Is marriage still worth it, or can long-term commitment without marriage be just as real?
Is marriage still worth it?
Hell no.
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, you wildin'. You tell me. I think that you answer first.
Okay, well, let me just read what the rest of it says.
Okay.
Gen Z is still open to marriage, but they're also more accepting of habitation.
Habitation. You didn't even get it right. You still ain't get it right.
Habitation. Haberdashery.
Habitation.
Habit.
Second. My goodness.
Cohabitation and non-traditional relationship paths than older generations.
Yeah.
Is marriage still worth it? Yes.
Agreed.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I love my life.
Yeah.
Marriage is awesome. Like I literally just told you in the car. Like, I'm sick of the narrative of like marriage is hard.
Yeah. Life is hard.
Everything
Everything is hard.
Everything worth having is hard.
Everything. I think that's the problem. It's like the narrative is that there's like an easy path and there's an easy path and there's a hard path.
Yeah.
Which there is an easier path, and then there is a harder path. It has nothing to do with marriage. Right. It has everything to do with finding somebody wiser than you, and finding out where their pitfalls were, and don't go down those roads.
Right.
Instead of making mistakes that, instead of making the same mistakes as somebody else, learn from
their mistakes.
Learn from their mistakes. Like that's what you do. That's what makes it easy. That's what makes life easy or as simple. Like life is simple. Like it's a lot of stuff that is very simple. Simple doesn't mean easy though, but it's simple. Like it's not that many steps. It's not rocket science to figure out, but a lot of times we allow ourselves to fall into like letting our emotions rule us.
Yeah.
What I don't want to say no names, but what did the person say today? That was a good quote. Like I love what he said about you. You can feel your feelings.
Feel your feelings, but don't
basically
live by your feelings.
Yeah, something like that. Feel your feelings. It's okay, but don't let those feelings control you.
Yeah.
Don't react off of those feelings. Yeah. So it's like,
man, why did he say it? That was so.
Yeah,
good.
What he said was fantastic. I'm gonna text him. Yeah. Like, hey, what you said? I'm still in that game, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like it's worth it. I ain't gonna lie though. Like, I was never not gonna like marry you on paper and do all the stuff because it's like, bro, that's just what you like. That's what you do. It's stupid to all these people are dumb that are like, don't do it. Don't get the government involved. And I'm like, bro, that is so much more. There's so many more obstacles and just unnecessary heartache that you would have to go through for that to even make sense, for that to be like something that is a viable option.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's dumb. But I did always think, like, it was like nowhere in the Bible does it say like somebody had a marriage and had like a ceremony or something like that, or like we just came up with these customs, right? Went in front of judges and stuff like that. Like a lot of times, like I was like, you be in the Old Testament, they be like, yeah, if dude rape shorty, or if they have sex or something, like they gotta get married. I'm just like that.
It's insane.
It's out of control, yo. So it's like what I don't really. I don't know I don't think biblically there is like a set what if you're married or not, but I think emotionally and cognitively there's a thing to the whole ceremony and witnesses, which to me just makes it obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a thing. But I have always been like, well, because and then it did stem from just trying to make myself feel better about us having premarital sex. Be like, no, we married in our hearts. Like, yo, what? Like saying it, like thinking that makes sense to me, but also saying it is like that's dumb.
You know what you're doing. But like, our situation is just a little bit different, right? Just because like we weren't married, like I mean not married, we weren't living together. Like I be thinking about couples who live together, and I'm just like, what about that is appealing? You know, like I don't want to play house. I don't want to play house. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a fact.
I just don't. I think about this constantly. Like, it is always just something that I be thinking about. And I'm just like, I truly don't understand the mindset behind living together for so long.
Yeah.
And like, you're not even inching towards marriage. Like, to me, I'm just like, I don't even understand it. Like, I just don't. Like, what is stopping you? You have like a whole life. You guys have a house together. You know, you have cars. You have kids and animals. Like, I was just thinking about somebody, and they were thinking that they were gonna get proposed to. You know, I haven't been on social media, and so I didn't know, and I didn't feel comfortable like, hey, did it happen? You know, because what if it didn't?
Yeah.
So then I just went on Instagram Saturday to see, and there was no posts or anything, and I was like, I couldn't imagine a life like that. Like, but it was really important to me. I don't know, maybe it's just not important to some people, but like, I'm not finna sit here and play wife, and I'm not your wife.
Yeah.
You don't get the benefits of all of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. It makes sense. This is the thing too, though. Because we are wired differently, men and women. And I don't know, from your perspective, why is marriage important? Because I have like some other like, there are some like statistics or like stuff that people have said or like did like surveys or whatever, what it is, like what's going on in women's minds and what's going on in men's minds or whatever. But just from you personally, why was marriage in particular, like the marriage day, why was that so important? Not the day, but just the period. Like it's not married. Like not wedding or nothing. I'm talking about getting married. What was it? Physically, like, psychologically, all of that stuff.
I wanted to know that like we were locked in, like you know what I mean. Like it was like
it made you feel safe. It was like safety.
Yeah, like because why don't you want to marry me? You know what I mean? Like that's what's going on in my head. It's like, you want options, like you want to be able to step out, like why don't you want me? I want to feel secure in our relationship. I want to know this, that, because for me, marriage is forever.
Right.
One of us gotta die.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So I want that security, like you know, and I want to be chosen. You know what I mean? Like I want you to pick me. You know? Yeah. Because to me, in my head, like,
that's a bad word nowadays. Pick me.
I know. I I said it, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But
people just weird.
This is my thing.
People choose the weirdest stuff to make it like a ick or make it a thing. Like some things is funny, then other things is like, bro, what like. Yeah. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? How am I supposed to like what?
Well, I think context matters. So, but I just like. Excuse me. I feel like when you, as a woman, when a man marries you, I feel so privileged. Like not like, oh my God, like I'm worshiping him, and I feel so honored to be your wife. I do feel honored to be your wife.
Yeah.
You know, I love my role. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, it just makes me like of all the options out there.
Yeah. So
you chose me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But you can't say that.
I know.
Like you'll get beat up for saying something like that. Like, nah, girl, you don't need him.
No. Yeah. But that's the thing too. Like, I don't feel validated in that. Like, I'm not like, oh, my validity comes from, you marrying me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what I'm saying.
Right.
You know.
Your value. You don't feel like your value is not increased or diminished because you got married.
Right.
You're just saying it feels good.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To be chosen and to be
committed to. It's always mind blowing to me when I think about it. Like, how did you know? Like, like you chose to say that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I do cherish that. Like, I feel like that, is not, it shouldn't be taken lightly.
Yeah.
Also, it sounds bad, but I want somebody to take care of me.
It don't sound bad at all.
Yeah, like
it's the truth. It's the truth for a lot of women, and they just not allowed to say it.
I grew up in a broken home. Mm-hmm. My parents split up when I was 5. My grandparents split up when I was 5. Mm-hmm. So I saw the struggle.
Yeah.
Granted, my parents shouldn't have been together. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? Like, that was really bad. Mm-hmm. I would never, tell a woman she needed to stay somewhere she didn't feel safe. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jesus, for salvation and sanctification, because my dad is no longer that person. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But for the sake of like the sanity of the home and all of that, like, okay, me being who I am now, I'm like, even when I was 18, I think that's when it really hit me, because it was something that I really struggled with for like a long time. Was like, hey, y'all couldn't stick it out for me. Mm. You know what I mean? Like, I needed y'all. Mm-hmm. And I had a really rough life because I didn't have both my parents in the same roof. Mm-hmm. I didn't have married parents. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like, that was hard, but it was better that way. Mm-hmm. I could only imagine. I already had trauma that I had to go through, that I had to work through in our marriage, like, because of what I seen. But imagine if my example was them being together in that toxicness, whatever. Mm-hmm. That would just be worse. But anyways, my point is, I saw my mom just like really surviving. Like she was just always in survival mode, and I think that's why it's so hard for her now to come out of that survival mode, because she's just been there for how old am I? Gonna be 32. 32 years she's been in survival mode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just was like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want a husband who's gonna take care of me, and I ain't gotta worry about it. You know, like I said, like when we first, I don't remember if it was when we were just friends or when we started dating, and I told you like I want to be a stay-at-home mom.
You said that when we was dating.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like early too. We dated for 4 years. You said that joint early. I ain't even said I was.
So is that a problem? Do you think that women? Do you think that women shouldn't?
I wouldn't even think about that.
I think that we should normalize that, sir. I think that we should normalize putting expectations out 100%, there. 100%. This is what I want, and if you don't want to do that, no. But it's a good point.
That's a fact.
It's a really good point. You should
definitely normalize. Hey, this is where I'm at. This is what I want. No? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, relax. Cool.
But yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah. So, yeah, so I don't know. I mean, you know, I grew up in the 90s, right? We were 90s babies. So, kind of, yeah.
We are 90s babies, but we're early 2000s kids. That's
point being is that, you know, kind of like what we were talking about at Crew about like the Bill Cosby show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know, shows where there was families and you seen the marriage and stuff like that or whatever. Like I grew up like wanting that, right? I wanted like I want to be at home taking care of my family and my husband go to work and I'm like the doting wife, like, well, you know, and you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I wanted.
Tell me off in a sweet way.
Yeah, when she said that, I was like, "Oh, I gotta go back and watch Bill Cosby because I need to take some notes."
Yeah.
Take some notes because I'm just.
I was playing them for real, but.
Yeah.
But that's the fact though. Like, and I like you just said, like it's off on a tangent a little bit, but like people love those shows. You know what I'm saying? They love the Cosby Show. They loved the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and the example of those women were they were strong, but they were sweet. Now strong is seemingly just disrespectful, and I don't need you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not too many dudes talk about whether or not they need a woman, because it's just it is like to say like they kind of already are like, yeah, I don't need you. But I even hear dudes like that like people that's married, like that's, you know, outside looking in, happily married, and it's like, yeah, she don't need me, and it's just like, why are you saying that? Like that don't, like that doesn't, that I understand that, and it's not that I want you to be so overly dependent that you can't do anything without me, but
there's other ways you could boost me up. There's other ways you could give me confidence other than that doesn't require putting you down or diminishing the role that you play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But also like we need each other. Yeah. Like we like to have like these battles of the sexes. And it's like cool to say that women don't need men. But men and women right now are not doing well. You know what I'm saying? Like just because it's seeming like, oh man, they not getting educated, men are killing themselves like 4 times more than women are, men is doing that. It's not to say that like we need to bring women down a notch. It's like, no, you can stay there, but when you keep on like just stepping on men or seemingly, and I'm talking about dudes. I'm not even talking about what women say. I'm talking about other men just like yeah, she don't need you, dude. It's like, it's not even that I want her to need me, or
Do
what am I
you?
trying to say?
Don't you
No,
guys
but
want to
yeah,
be
we
needed?
want to be needed. We
I
want to be needed.
needed.
Right, and y'all want, but that's okay to say. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get it, and it's like, but we need each other. So what does that mean? If we need each, like, God literally made us to need each other and need a community. I need male friends. I need, I needed my parents. When we get married, we need each other. We can't become one if we don't need each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody was really teaching that. Nobody was really talking about how it's equal that we need each other, right? You know, like in grandma's time, Nana's time, it was like, women were so like less than, and now we have like the total opposite side of
Right,
that.
the pendulum swing.
Yeah. And so it's like we really need more people talking about. We need more men talking about how they need their women, and more women talking about how we need our men.
Yeah.
You know.
I just don't even like, because it sounds weird, because
It sounds vulnerable.
it does sound vulnerable, but like, this person that I heard say this, I just like, I don't understand. Where, like, what? He was talking about him and his wife. He was like, yeah, she don't need me. She could do da 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 da, and it's just like, but we need each other. What does that mean? What does that mean? Can we do this life by ourselves? Or anybody? You know what I'm saying? Would it be okay for him to be like, I don't need her? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would it be okay for him to say that, do you think? Or anybody?
For a man to say they don't need a woman?
Yeah.
I don't even think that.
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't even register.
It's like,
what does that mean? So why he say that?
How do you need her? Like, that's what would go, like,
yeah.
What does she provide that you need? What does a woman provide that a man needs?
Like, in marriage in particular?
Yeah.
I mean, just the simplest is just companionship. Okay. Like, just like the Lord literally said, it's not good for man to be alone. And I don't think he was specifically talking about Adam, a man, and then he made a woman. But also, too, I think that has to do with like other relationships and us needing community. So if you're a person that God has called to be single, which I think is a calling, I think most of us supposed to be married. Most of us want to be married. And the people that have been called to be single, God calls them to be single, and it's a gift on their life for them to be able to live in a world where they are single and they are not to be married ever. You know what I mean? So if you've been called to be single, there's still other things, there's still people that you need to have in your community, in your vicinity, for you to have a effective life, a flourishing life, a life that God is, proud of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He hasn't called anybody to be lone ranger Christians. He's called us to community. So if we need each other, why is it okay?
Community with him.
Huh?
Even in community with him.
Right. And he's the example of needing community. God in three persons. You know what I'm saying? So if he is in community, why we think it's okay for us to not be in community, and then down one side of the sex or seemingly uplift one side of the sex because they don't need the other side. You know what I mean? Like, that's just weird to me. And this is a person that I admire what they say about the Bible and things like that. But then there's other things that's just like, man, you letting the culture speak to you. You know what I'm saying? You letting when and where you grew up speak it into it, get into this. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on.
So, when you first when I first posed the question, my first thought was, I really didn't want to answer the question because I wanted to understand, like, what, how does a person define whether something is worth doing it or not?
How does a person define whether it's worth doing it or not?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I guess the potential. Whatever, like, if is the potential of this a good thing or a bad thing? Is the potential, well, just potential is just where you are and where it could go. That's that space in between of present and future is potential.
So can you use another word such as value? What value does it give?
What value does it give? I guess.
See, right? Because as an entrepreneur, before I go into a business, I'm going to
assess the value.
I'm going to assess the value. Is this worth me getting into, investing in?
Right.
What is the value of this? How am I going to receive value from it? You know what I'm saying? So.
And what is the value I can give to it?
Mm-hmm.
What is the value I can give to it? And is this beneficial for whoever the audience or people
consumer,
are? Like the consumer, whatever it is. Like, it's a lot of that goes into it.
In the context of marriage, what is the value of it? How like why is marriage valuable as a whole in the world, in the Christian community? Why is marriage valuable? Why should marriage be valuable, or what makes marriage valuable to a woman and to a man? What do you want? Your water. Yeah. You know, I think that question needs to be answered first before you can even answer, is it worth it?
I think is it worth it is the same. Is it valuable? I think it's just a different way of saying it.
You think so?
What do you think?
Well, because I think that, I mean, when you say is it worth it, to me it's just like, okay, yes or no. But when I'm asking about a value,
what are the value?
Yeah,
what is the value of?
Then I can go deeper to understand, to be able to answer, okay, is this worth it or not?
Okay. The value, I think, is the companionship one, because that's literally why God, one part of it. So you could say the companionship. Okay. Then you could also say it is one of the simplest ways to participate in God's creation, by you and a wife, by you and your spouse coming together and having children. Oh, some people can't have kids. They barely, okay. There was people in the Bible that couldn't have kids. They prayed to the Lord. Yeah, and miracles happened. There's also times where their miracles didn't happen. So, but for most, that is a reason. You can create children together. That's be fruitful and multiply.
What if somebody doesn't want to have children?
People that don't want to have kids?
Yeah.
I don't understand that, to be honest.
I don't either, but I'm just saying there are people who don't want kids.
But why don't you want to have kids? A lot of people don't want to have kids that I've heard. I have never heard a good reason for people not wanting to have kids. The only reason I ever hear about people not wanting to have kids is fear. That's the root of it. Yeah. Like there's a bunch of reasons on top of that, but just to keep it plain and simple, it's always fear based. And it ain't fear of the Lord. It's fear of stuff that they're worried about, and they just shouldn't be worried about it if they truly trust the Lord. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some people could say, oh, it's a preference. Like I had a preference. I just wanted two. I had a boy and a girl. I literally had it in the order that I wanted it. Now, I can't imagine my life without my 4 babies. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the Lord be convicted. I don't know if I'm convicted or if I'm just having like some type of condemnation on myself for us not still having kids. Because I'm like, for me, I just want to have a true relationship with all of them, and so my thinking is like we have so many, like it's just like there's no way. Like let's say we had 10 kids, I'm just fear. I fear that I won't be able to have a true, meaningful, yes, relationship with all. Whereas I got four, that's easy to manage or easier to manage.
I was gonna say I used to think that it was conviction too, but now I don't think that it's conviction. I think that it's a
guilt and condemnation.
No, not even that. I think it is. It's just saddening. Like it's just heavy because I believe that the Lord answered our prayer, my prayer, right? You know, I believe that things worked out the way that they were supposed to. In that, if I did get pregnant again, which 10 times out of 10, I got pregnant.
Yeah.
Like that, I could have died, or the baby could have died. And so I think that was, it worked out the way that it was supposed to work out. I do have grief about that and stuff like that. And I think that's really what it is. It's like the grief about it, because it's like, if things were the way that they were supposed to be, and I gave birth the way my body intended it to be, that wouldn't be my story. I'm about to cry. So, I get sad because I didn't have birth naturally. I had to have a C-section, and whether this is true or not, I feel like the health system failed me, and true. So it stopped me from doing something that I wanted to do. I wanted a lot of kids. I still do. And so I don't think that it's guilt or condemnation, because I do believe that the Lord did tell me to do this, and then when we did it, we found out that it was the right choice for my health, or whatever. But it's grief. It's grief. We live in a sin-fallen world. Things aren't the way that God intended it to be, And so you do have situations where, a mother can't have kids, or, I personally now feel like I fall in that category. I can't have kids. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that choice was taken from me. Do you get what I'm saying?
It was taken from you?
I do feel like it, because it was like, C-section, sign her up, C-section, and then because of that, my body is weakened. It's I can't hold a baby in here anymore, because it's weak from all the back-to-back C-sections. And even if really they don't want you to do it anymore, I've had 4 that they're like, that's enough, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, I guess I am done,
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I think that yes, procreating is a good value. I think just having sex, that's what my point is. Like, I can't have children anymore, but I love having sex with you. You know what I mean? Like,
Same.
I'm not having sex with you anymore to have children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's a great thing, and I'm speaking from having sex before a marriage and having sex in marriage. I choose this every time. I choose this every time, and I would love. I really do want to talk to somebody who's not saved, who really doesn't have a relationship with the Lord, and I want to know, like, what do you feel afterwards? Do you feel empty? Do you feel sad? Like, what do you feel after? I know. I just want somebody to be honest with me, because I'm just like, because sometimes I be thinking.
Sometimes you'll catch some on the podcast, and they'll mess around and be honest.
For real?
Oh yeah, I can't think of any.
But they don't know that they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
They'll get to. I think it was The Game. The Game was talking about it on freaking Kirk Franklin's Den of Kings or whatever. I don't know if he even doing that no more. It was a mess. Shout out to Kirk Franklin, but it was a mess.
You know how I feel about that man.
What's wrong with Kirk Franklin?
I
like Kirk Franklin. I love Kirk Franklin.
Anyways.
But, he definitely, that show was a mess. But The Game was on there talking about how he, felt empty and felt bad, after a while. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, they, like, if you catch them being honest, I don't think it's a lot of women being honest about it right now. Unless they've had, like, a super life change. But women that's in it, they still on, like, trying to hold on to that I've seen, trying to hold on to the whole sexual revolution thing of, I could do what you could do, males, to, saying it about me or whatever. So, yeah. But yeah, that's definitely, so those three. Another value, it's a journey, and it's a journey, and it's a mystery to try to become one, if you really care about doing it the way it's supposed to be done. And it's a story, and we live in a story, and we like to try to act like we don't, but we all live in a story, and we all want fulfillment. And it's one of those things that's like, this is just one of the simplest ways to get to that, to have some type of fulfillment in a certain area. I was just listening to this entrepreneur, this British guy, Daniel Priestley, and he was talking about how there's a lot of Gen Z people that are in, like, entrepreneurs now, or like maybe young millennials, so our age, and they are really successful in business, and then, but that's not enough. Like, they still feel empty. And he was like, a lot of people aren't married and don't have kids. And he was talking about how, because I think the question to prompt it was, what advice would you give or whatever. Yeah. And it was like to get married and have children, because, in your 20s, normally what people did was work and have kids, and there was, you had work to try to conquer, but then you came home to, like, comfort and love and just, trying to pour into your children. He said it way more eloquently than I am right now, but that is that piece that is missing. Yeah. For a lot of people, a lot of high achievers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people that are, broke, that do got a bunch of kids. And what's missing in their life is that they haven't tried to do something hard enough, because being married and having kids is, like, the easier part. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, because sometimes stuff like instincts start kicking in. Like, I know I got a homie that said, like, I won't say too much, but, baby came, wife just hopped right into, like, just off instinct. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A person that was like, I don't want this, but then just became a mother. Yeah. It was just in her. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, same with men too. Sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? As long as they wasn't married. I don't even want to say that, but as long as they weren't married by, as long as they weren't raised by a women that didn't recognize the importance of a man in a boy's life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's women out there that did a great job raising their boys as best as they possibly could, but it's not the same without the. It's literally like boys have a. I don't know the ratio or the statistics or the numbers, but there's a way higher chance of a boy dying or going to jail or just something bad happening to them when they lose a father figure, when they lose just a strong male figure in their life. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, dad not there, but are you seeking out places where this boy could get some type of male role model that's, important in their life so that they don't fall to the wayside?
Yeah.
Like a lot of young boys are nowadays. So, but, a lot of times you'll see like somebody have kids and then just something switches in them. Mm-hmm. And they just turn into, a superhero. You know what I mean? So it's like that stuff is missing, and people thought that it was like frivolous or it didn't really matter because it is the easy part, whereas entrepreneurship, starting businesses, all of that stuff is the harder thing to do. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more complicated, complex, or whatever. You know what I mean? So
I mean,
so you need both is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think too, again, I really don't want to continue on with the narrative that marriage is hard, like, duh.
Yeah.
Marriage is amazing.
Yeah. Agreed.
Having kids, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
However, I just wanted to say, I guess I understand I think I understand what you mean when you're saying like marriage and having kids, that's the easy part. Because when I'm thinking about is I'm thinking about our crew right now. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, just getting married and just living together and just doing that, like playing house or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's easy, right? Just have kids, whatever. That's easy. It's the fulfilling thing, right? Which would be to serve you, mm-hmm. and you serve me, mm-hmm. and that part, right? That's what's like really fulfilling in a marriage, is that I am not thinking about me, mm-hmm. and being selfish.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about you and your needs, and
yeah,
and you're doing that for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that is something of value.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like
when you realize that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And not and like, because this is I wanted to say it, and I was like, that ain't right. 'Cause that's actually what we hear a lot, which is when you're looking at a person, you're like, well, what can they give me? What value can 100%. They give me? But 100%. Really, what value can I give them?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like we, as Christians, it's like, how can I bring value to your life?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm thinking all the time when I'm throughout my day. I'm like, okay, how can I, make life for Brandon when he comes home easier, relaxing, or whatever, or things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about you. I'm not thinking about me.
You know what I need to do better? Sorry to cut you off. I need to think about that more. The right now. I need to live in a moment a little bit more. Because I'll be thinking so much about the future and how can I make her life easier later. How can I serve her for later? And I don't think enough about right now making sure that you are taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, a little bit, but not definitely. I don't think about day to day.
Yeah.
And that's, it's a mindset shift that I have to, get out of, because there's low key anxiousness and worry, thinking about the past, thinking about the future. I mean, too much. It's like I'm happy about it, and I'm like looking forward to it and looking towards it, like everything is gonna pan out. But I'm also thinking about it because I'm like, oh, when I get there, then all of this back here, maybe like I think like that's like way back there that I'm just bringing like subconscious. And I'm like, I think also it's like, oh, well, if I focus on this, the stuff that happened right now and in the past is just gonna go away.
Like I don't think like, I don't tough think, it out until
right because
we're almost there. Type
exactly,
of thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Man, we right there. We on our way.
Yeah.
So it's not that I am like, yeah. It's not that I'm banking on you not holding a grudge. I don't think you will, but it's just literally like, you know, we gotta tough it out so that, you know what I'm saying, so that this, you know, we on our way. You know,
it's interesting because I'm sitting here listening to you and I'm like, I don't even know what that even looked like in my head for me to be like, how can I serve him? How can I, you know, do for him in the future? Like, I can't even think, like, my brain literally, I'm just like, what does that mean?
Yeah, and it's hard for me to think like, what can I do right now? I was like,
but I actually understand it from your point of view. I actually understand it from your point of view way more than I would understand it from mine. Like for me, like I feel like everything I do is day to day. Like there's not much that I do that I'm really thinking about the future other than like homeschooling, you know what I mean, and the future, like meal prepping. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But everything that I do, all of my responsibilities and things are for today. Like, you know, I don't live for tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my mind just doesn't. Maybe I need to do that more. Maybe that's why I'm always forgetting stuff. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what that looks like. But
no, I think it's fine. I think
like it's easy for me to do that for the children. For me to think about, you know, how I can do this or whatever to benefit them. Then, like, I'm literally all day today coming up with like a way. How am I going to incorporate Spanish at home?
I'm telling you, we're gonna move to Puerto Rico for you.
Okay.
Why you think I'm lying?
It's not that I think you're lying. It's that I think that it's ludicrous.
Why is that ludicrous?
Because it's not. They're not gonna learn it in a year.
They will.
Oh.
Like why you
They're not gonna be fluent in 1 year, Brandon.
Babe, I'm not trying to take them to go learn like the Queen's Spanish.
What is this?
I'm taking them to learn just conversational Spanish. That's what I want them to know. I don't care about them knowing, like, you know what I'm saying, the conjugation of all that stuff. I'm taking them there so that they can, you know, be able to just communicate the regular. There's a lot of homeless people that dropped out of school early that know how to communicate. They can talk. I don't know why I compared them to homeless people.
I don't know either.
Anyway, go ahead. What you were saying.
I don't know. You just broke my brain.
Sorry. You said you're thinking about how to incorporate Spanish in homeschool.
Right, but my point is, like, I'm thinking about how beneficial it'll be for their life, for them to be able to speak multiple languages, because I'm also teaching them sign language. You know what I mean? So I can do that. I can think about that, those types of things. But when it comes to you, I'm not really thinking that. I'm thinking, like, what can I do today?
Yeah. Yeah. What could I do better day to day for you?
You're not giving yourself enough credit. You do good. You do stuff. Just waking me up. You're like, hey. Like this morning, I was like, turn that off. You're like, you don't want to get up? No, sir.
Yeah.
You were so sweet. What can you do? What was the question?
What could I do better day to day to serve you?
Call me.
Call you?
Yeah. Call me on my cell phone.
What's wrong with you calling me? Okay.
Don't you ever get it? Don't you, like, it don't ever click in your head and I call you and you be like, what's up, man? I'm like, nothing. Hey, I just wanted to talk to you. I just wanted you to call me. Like, I'm needy. I'm sorry. And then I go like dang near the whole day.
Today I was SOS all day.
What was SOS? Your phone?
My phone.
Yeah, I called you like 3 times. I'm like,
I didn't get them.
I know, it went straight to voicemail.
Yeah, I was SOS for a minute.
I know, but the other day I didn't call you at all.
Yeah, that'd be throwing me off. I'm like, oh, she didn't call me. She wildin'. I'll be looking forward to the phone calls. I don't be liking just being on the phone though when you ain't got nothing to say. That's my time to like learn stuff for the future.
See,
that's my time to learn stuff so I can cherish you in the future.
And I'm right here, right now.
What else I'm gonna learn? Just playing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you talking about that's what you need to do. See, when I call you, the fact that you just said that you look forward to the phone calls is mind blowing to me because you're dry, babe.
I still be looking forward,
babe.
To
like
it. I'm dry. Period.
No, it literally sounds like I'm such an inconvenience.
Sometimes
I literally called you in the middle of your podcast.
You do every time because I'm not never.
I know.
But I still look forward to them though. But then when you just drag it and then you leave the phone. And I just hear background stuff. I'm just like, bruh. Or when you be sitting there and I hear you on your phone, you might be playing a game or you doing something else while the phone is multitasking while we still on the phone. I'll be like, I can't do nothing. I'm at work.
You are doing something. You're at work.
Nah, bruh.
And so am I.
Nah.
I was on my break.
Yeah.
Just don't get me. I want to call off tomorrow so bad. She was like, work? Question mark? Yes, mom life. I need to call off. Put some PTO.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Anyways. Yeah. I don't know, babe.
You don't know what? Oh, what I could do?
Yeah, I mean, because you don't like useless. What I say, so.
What? I didn't say nothing. What you mean? What else?
You're not gonna do anything different. You know.
No, I didn't say that. And I do be calling you. You be trying not to give me credit sometimes though.
When do you call me? You call me when I'm sick. You call me when I'm sick. You do. If I'm
doing
sick.
The Tony A up.
What is that? The dog.
The dog and but the other one, the original. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, that one black guy. The other black guy. Yeah, you call me when I'm sick.
I call you, period.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
You do when you're like, babe, I need you to do this real quick.
Oh? I ain't talking about that, though. I'm not even talking about that.
You don't just call me just to shoot the breeze.
I call you, how you doing, what you doing. And then I'll be good to get off. Like, I'll be checking, and I'll check in, and then it's like, okay, I ain't got nothing else.
This is the problem, right? So this is the problem. You're the type, you're so weird, bro, because you're the type of person who I just want to know that you're in the house. Like, I just want to know that you're here, but I don't really got to be with you. Like, that's who you are, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to be on the phone. We ain't got to talk. You could keep on talking to your guys. I just want to know you're there. I just want to hear you breathing.
You could do that. We could do that, but we could cut it off at like 15 minutes.
I normally do. After a little while, I'm like, once I start getting riled up with the kids, I do hang up. I don't.
Yeah, I want to be okay. I want you to be okay with me doing it though.
No.
Yeah, if you start getting riled up, and in a way that I think is riled up, I'll be like, "Hey,
can you?"
I'll talk to you later, shorty.
No. Can you say, "Baby, call me back when you're done"?
I don't want you to.
I know. You're so
Just being honest.
You know, that's your problem. That's your problem. You're
just being honest.
She'll just tough it out. In a little while, I won't even be at work no more. I'll be at home. She can talk to me whenever she wants.
Just being honest.
This is what's gonna happen. That's fine, babe. That's fine. I won't call you back. Don't be mad at me when I'm wasting up the gas.
What gas?
In my new minivan.
Why are you wasting gas?
Because I'm going to have to be outside. I got to do something. I'm going to go everywhere and anywhere just so I don't call you.
You still gonna call me. You call me every time you get in the car. What are you talking about?
I do.
Yeah. Every time you get in the car.
I'm about to go get some coffee.
Yeah. You call me every single time.
This isn't new. This is like there's.
I didn't say it was new.
No, what I'm saying in the world, there's tons of videos where husbands talk about this. You ever seen those videos? Those
I probably
skits?
have.
Where the wife is just like, okay, I'm about to go to the mailbox. Alright, yeah. Just called to tell you I had to poop.
Oh my god. Oh, I just caught a cramp.
Babe.
Oh
God.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, well.
Alright, that's it.
Yep. People are the witnesses. You're acting like Mexican rich. You're acting like Mexican rich. I don't want to do that for your birthday. I don't want to love you that way.
Jesus Christ.
Let me love you.
We gotta go.